Hey guys, been a while. Figured I'd take a little break because as I was doing all my monthly photos, there was no progress. So I thought I would actually give it 3 months and see what happens and then check back in. So here I am. So I've been on Finasteride since the beginning of May 2020 and it's now the beginning of November. So I've hit that 6-month mark where some people report starting to see results. Some say 8 months. A lot of people say give it like 12 plus for full results, but I just wanted to start taking photos again this month and compare it to not the beginning of May because there was COVID and it was new and I was out of town. But at the beginning of June I came back here, so I'm going to compare the beginning of June to now as far as photos, so we have the same lighting and all that stuff, and honestly there was no difference between May and June anyway, so you might as well just consider this the very beginning versus November. And anybody who hasn't seen the other videos on this channel, I'm not just doing Finasteride. A long time ago I started with only laser therapy at a professional clinic for 8 months or 9 months or however their schedule was, and I paid a lot of money for that, and I started to see some results, but it wasn't what they promised, and you can watch my other videos for a better breakdown of that. Then in January of 2020 I started adding minoxidil, Rogaine, and then I started adding in a couple oils and stuff here and there, some peppermint oil, some rosemary oil, all of that. So it's not purely Finasteride, but honestly, like all the results I was gonna see pretty much from Rogaine and laser and all of that, I'd already seen before I even started Finasteride. I felt I'd maxed them out, so then I added in Finasteride. Anyway, all right, I recorded a little bit of a voiceover over the photos last night, so if my energy level's a little bit lower right here, that's why. But let's take a look at the photos and let me know what you think. Okay, so just checking in again. I think I'm maybe seeing a bit of progress. You can see this is June, and if we zoom in here in particular versus this is the beginning of November, you can see seems to be more hair here than here. They're both 4 weeks of growth, so you know, I know that the hair looks longer here, but that's not the case. I was thinking, I wonder if it's just combed more forwards, but who am I kidding? I haven't been able to comb my hair in years, and it's too short anyway, and I don't think I own a comb. So that's good, something's finally starting. Okay, here is the same angle, but under more controlled lighting. So this is the same lighting I've been using here at home for the last while. That's why actually the oldest photo that I'm comparing it to is June, because I was out of town during the initial COVID lockdowns for a few months. So this is June, this is early November again, and yeah, the same spot as I just said in the natural lighting right here also looks better here. So not much else to say about this one other than controlled lighting versus natural lighting. Here is the same bathroom lighting, the same side of my head, but I'm just tilting it down a little bit. And yeah, same thing I've been noticing in all the other shots here, a little bit more growth in this corner. And the right top corner is actually the worst corner for sure. So seeing progress here is awesome. I don't think the crown looks much different. It actually might look more filled in here, but that could just be it's a bit more blurry here in this photo than here. The hairs seem a little more crisp in this shot than here, but whatever. Let's go over to this area again. Yeah, dude, like something's happening there. Nice, about time. Here's another comparison. As always, June on the left, November here. And yeah, that same section. It's, I think, a little bit less obvious to tell from this front corner angle versus the side angles I just showed you, but there's less right in this corner here than here. Look at all these hairs just kind of moving forward a little bit here, whereas here it's just a little bit of chaos, I guess. So more confirmation something's starting to happen. Right on. Just to throw in a different angle, I don't see any progress in it, but here in June, here in November, actually it looks like June's a little bit better than November, but as I mentioned before, I do think that I'm still in a shedding phase. This area here, I can tell, and then also the very top of my head I can tell it's kind of still shed phase, but It's crazy that that's still shedding, but up in the front right corner that I've been showing you, there is progress. So seems like maybe it's rolling out front to back, progress in the front, and it'll slowly start to catch up in the back. But the front corner was a total dead zone. So that means that maybe the crown will completely fill in. Fingers crossed. I keep talking about how my right corner is the bad one, and the left corner is actually not that bad. So here's the left corner. In June versus November, I don't really see a difference. This is a crispier photo. This is a little blurry, but figured I'd just include it in the video anyway. Not much here. More bathroom lighting because it's consistent. I do have all the photos for natural lighting as well, but when you compare these two, it looks worse now. But I am tilting my head further down so you can see more of this area than here. Figured I'd include them anyway. Yeah, I'm still kind of in a shed most places, but because I'm seeing progress in the front right corner, I think the shed should be coming to an end soon, hopefully. Here's a good overhead shot in the bathroom, June versus November. November looks worse, looks thinner overall. I'm a bit closer to the light in this one, to my bathroom lights, but yeah, it actually looks better in June, I think. So here's a new November one in the bathroom, much closer, like really close to there's 4 hot lights right there. So this is pretty much making it look as bad as I could possibly look. I don't have the equivalent shot for June, so I won't compare, but just so we can look back in the future, kind of. Here's where we are. And I know my skin is super white and my hair is pretty light colored too, but when the bulb hits my skin, it makes it so white that it looks worse than it feels. When I feel that area of my head, it feels not that bald, but it looks pretty crazy here. And I think this is the last comparison I'll do here. It's obviously natural light. The June one versus the November one. The November one almost kind of looks better, strangely enough. That's not the case under the bathroom lighting, but you know, maybe it just caught my hairs at different angles for the light. Kind of seems darker here, but hey, that's what happens with red hair in different light. It can be blonde looking or red or whatever. But this one almost looks like pretty acceptable, actually. Almost, not really, but anyway, I also have a quick video clip under the bathroom and the natural lighting for November, and I will just play those now. So yeah, those are the photos for now. I'm going to keep taking photos at the 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, and 4 weeks of growth after shaving it all the way down from now on, because as you can see, I'm starting to have a little bit of results in the top right-hand corner. So now it's interesting again, and I'm gonna go through all the photos because it's a pain in the butt actually, especially when you're not seeing results. Other than that, I think my next video might be on the gyno that I started developing, which I've mentioned in the other videos. So I've been looking more into that. I've had a mammogram and fun masculine things like that, manogram. And if you want to know a little bit more about that, what I've been doing about it, what we've learned about it, if you think that's an interesting video, then let me know in the comments below. I guess I'm a YouTube guy now. In the comments below, yo! But yeah, that's it for now, and catch you next time. See you guys.